Yeah, yeah. Just remember, if you're doing this sport, just try your hardest and never give up.
That's excellent advice. So is that what would you tell someone who wants to be like you?
Never give up. Try as hard as you can. Just don't. Just go with it. Just, if you lose, you lose. If you win, that's a victory.
It is, and even win or lose, you're still victorious, right?
Yep. Just need to say, well, I lost. That's fine. I'll fight next time. I'll try my best next time.
Now, have you ever encountered an opponent, a child opponent that possibly maybe cried because he lost to you? Have you ever had that happen to you?
I don't know. No. I did fight my friend Landon in exhibition. He was my friend in first grade.
Oh, did he get upset? Did he lose?
No. The exhibition. What they do in exhibition, like, really, they don't want any kid to either lose or win because then they'll, like, start crying or something like that. So they just let them both win.
Okay, that's fair. I like that. Jeff?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm having technical difficulties here with my computer. I'm trying to get that to work. So I was listening, but I wasn't prepared to actually say. I do apologize for that. Yeah, that's. So if you can give me one more moment, let me try to fix this computer problem here, and then I'll be able to join you in one moment. Is that all right?
Sure.
Yeah.
We always appreciate technical difficulties. That gives us a little extra time to talk. Tell us something about you. What do you like? What do you? So you say you get on your parents' nerves. How do you do that?
I don't know. We don't know.
That's something best your parents. Do you get excited when they have a fight coming up? Is there anything that you do to prepare, or do you get to watch them fight?
Sometimes. Sometimes, not a lot, though.
No?
Usually, no, not really, but sometimes we do. I think we only seen our mom fight one time. We don't even know if we've seen her fight one time. Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever get to watch any of her videos, or?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think about her skills? Do you think we're gonna push her to UFC?
She has a good chance of making it, yes. Our mom does.
I think so. I agree with that.
I love that. I can already tell. Yeah. I'm looking and I'm like, wow. Yeah. I see where her children get it from.
Hey, I'm a fan of both Alan and Ashley Greenway there. You know, they got both potential there. Like I hinted at earlier there. I think Alan's I think it's Tough 22. Is that the season that they're getting ready to have the tryouts for? He's preparing to do that, and I think he has a really good chance of making it into the house. And Ashley is she's definitely going to be. She's a rising star, I believe, and if it's Invicta or it's the UFC, you're definitely pay attention to the last name Greenway, because with all four of them, you should be definitely hearing about all four of them in the year to come. The mom, the dad, and two kids here.
I think a good question for the audience. I'm sure that they're probably wondering, what is it like to have almost your entire immediate family who is into fighting? Is the schedule chaotic? Do you guys all train together? how does it work when you guys are all doing the same thing? I mean, it's so ironic to have your kids do the same thing that you guys are doing. So how does it all work?
Yeah, like you just said, we do classes together. We do it with the adults.
Do you guys eat like the same type of foods? Do you guys work? Obviously, you work out at the same gym. Are there extra things that you guys do together, or?
When they start to cut weight, we gotta eat the same food that they do, and when they're not, we just all eat pizza and get real food.
You eat the good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, but then also they did say that sometimes they eat pizza when their dad's cutting weight, because they said earlier that he said to them when they get older and they have to cut weight, he's going to be eating pizza just to get back at them. But it's good that that you guys trained as a family and that you go through that experience, because that's good. That's preparing you for what you're going to have to do later.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Morgan is here and ready to go. Or are we letting Avion and Parker go now?
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Hey, wrap it up there, guys. Is there anyone that you want to thank? Anyone you want to give a shout out to before we have to go and get on with Morgan?
Not really, no.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, I want to thank both you and thank your parents again, because it was very interesting to have you on, and it was a pleasure. I feel honored to be able to talk to you with Rachel as part of your first radio interview. That was really cool. I think that's so. So I want to thank Avion and thank Parker Greenway. And, we look to hear from you in the future. I'm sure you're going to be doing really big things, so that's cool, and I want to thank you a lot.
This is going to be my first, too. So, thank you, man. We really enjoyed fighting.
Did you say something to me? Couldn't really hear you.
No.
Okay, Stephen, now who's, you said you had, I don't want to mispronounce your last name, so can you, give it a little introduction? Is Morgan, is it Kiernan?
Morgan Kiernan.
Okay, Kiernan. Okay, I didn't want to mispronounce your name there. I appreciate that. So I see here it's Stephen says that you're an avid wrestler, and
yes.
Now I'm not familiar with this. It says New Way 2015 All-American. So can you tell us a little bit about what you do, how you got started, and what is this New Way All-American?
Okay, what I do, beat the crap out of boys. One thing, I like wrestling boys way. Are you in there? 'Cause I can't hear you. Way more than girls. I still beat the crap out of girls though. So I'm looking at beating the crap out of girls and then hugging them right after. It's so strange. Why? Yeah. So anyway,
I am like speechless right now. I'm so blown away. Like, wow, you go girl, you go girl.
That's some confidence.
No, that's fine.
Now, where are you from and how old are you, so that the listeners out there can get an idea of that?
I'm from Milan, Michigan. I'm from Milan, Michigan. I kind of like the area. It's all right, I guess. I've got a bunch of boys, so that when I want to practice, I have my practice sitting right there in front of me.
Okay.
What do you do,
little?
What do you do to boys?
What do I do? I wrestle. I jiu-jitsu.
How old are you? I'm sorry.
I'm 9.
You're 9. Okay. 9. Wow.
I'm waiting for August 18th.
And how long have you been doing this?
For 2 years.
2 years. Wow. So you started when you were 7.
Mhm. Yes.
Wow. That's even more impressive there. Go ahead, Rachel.
Yeah,
people normally start at 4 and 5.
What made you get into this? Like, this is so cool. Like, how did you want to be doing what you're doing?
Because of that, I was kind of looking on one of the Milan newspapers by myself, I guess. It's kind of hard to remember since it was 2 years ago. I think I was doing something to do, like, either Milan. I was looking in a Milan newspaper, and I saw that there was wrestling for the team, or I saw something to do with it. I don't quite remember, but it's something around, like, me looking in a Milan newspaper or my dad, and he's like, that sounds cool, and I'm like, what's that? But now I'm like, yeah, I'll get ready for wrestling practice, Dad. But in the very beginning, I didn't even know what it meant. I'm like, what is this? It was kind of like a new language. You know, when you're learning a new language, you're like, una, unu. When you're trying to say your first English different word, like Spanish, for example, uno. You're like, the Spanish teacher says uno, and you're like, what the heck does that mean? You go crazy just trying to figure out what it is between all spell books in the room.
Wow.
I started that. I went to the first practice. I got there. The people told me what to do. I did it. I beat the crap out of Soon I beat the crap out of all the boys. All the boys didn't want to wrestle me. I was the only girl in the room.
Wow.
I was beating the crap out of all the boys my size at least, and it's so unnatural. Boys are normally thinking that girls are chumps, but they're sitting next to a national champion.
Mm-hmm.
I have there's a few bullies at wrestling that always try to bully me around, and they suck. They truly suck. They suck so much. They go to tournaments and they whine like brats because of that they weren't even paying attention. And at school, I know one that's probably not even going to pass 5th grade. Yeah.
Wow. You remind me a lot of my niece, Jody. She used to do judo tournaments, and she was young. You know, when she was young, she was the only girl, so they had to put her in against boys. And when she was 7, she was going against 7- and 8-year-old boys, and sometimes 9- and 10-year-old boys, and she would always win. And it was funny because she made the boys cry, and their parents they used to like call her a monster, and they were like, "Oh, she's a bully, get her out of here." And I mean, have you seen that where the boys think they're gonna just beat up on you because you're a girl, and then they're the ones that are crying.
I once had on my first tournament. I can remember this clearly. I had a boy, to get my 3rd place medal. I won against a boy who thought he'd beat the crap out of me. He was looking at me smiling. He's from downriver in Michigan. Mm-hmm. He was wearing a big singlet. He looked really fat and short. I was looking at him and I'm like, you've been eating too much because you don't look like you're fit for wrestling. And that's what I thought in my brain as we stepped onto the mat. We started wrestling. I tried my headlock, which I'm super good at. I tried that. I missed. I got put down to the bottom. I did a switch, got up, got 2, get a half, tried pinning, he got up, he escaped. I got a headlock,